Hello everyone, very good morning. Thank you for joining today's session. We'll be starting in few more minutes. Please allow everyone to settle down. Please be comfortable and grab a coffee if you haven't already. Have it up. Meanwhile, just go through the fundas, have some fun. So, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Agile series, Project Management versus Product Management by PMIPCC Hyderabad chapter. So there are some ground rules before we dive in. So here are quick ground rules to help us in making most of the today's session. Okay. So take advantage of great networking opportunities. Feel free to use chat to connect, share, and engage with the fellow participants. If you have any questions for the speaker, please post them in the chat. We'll address them during the Q&A segment. So, and as PDFs will be credited to all the participants who joined here, who gave the PMI ID correctly in the registration form. Okay. Yeah. So since it's Saturday, so let's have a quick check-in. Who are fully awake and ready with, or who are still negotiating with their coffee? No judgment, just give a thumbs up if you are like fully excited today's session, or just trying to grab a coffee or something like that. I want quick emojis here running the complete screen. No? Yeah, looks great. Yeah, so let me hand over it to speaker. So today we have pleasant speaker 𝗤𝗏𝗰𝗁𝗁. So she's an agile coach consultant over 14 years of rich IT industry experience, specializing in agile coaching, project management, Atlassian
Can you show the
consultant,
Padmini
and
slide,
driving change.
Rasagna? Sorry to
Yes.
disturb you.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Specializing in agile coaching, project management, Atlassian consultant, and driving change through the digital innovation and sustainability. Padmini has successfully led agile transformation at the portfolio level, coached cross-functional teams, actively contributed to the agile centers of excellence through workshops, research, and through leadership. We are honored to have her with us today. Everyone, please join me to giving a warm virtual welcome to 𝗤𝗏𝗰𝗁𝗁. So over to you, Padmini. You can please share your screen and take ahead.
Thank you, Rasagna. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. One comment which had just caught my attention in the chat is by 𝗣𝗿cie𝗱𝗲𝗰𝘁. Happy Saturday, everyone. I think that's a different kind of wish in the morning. I think you all were waiting for this Saturday, right? It's a long weekend, I guess. Is it a holiday on Monday for anyone? No. Okay. Okay. A quick check before we start. Are you able to hear me properly? See me clearly?
Yes.
My audio video is perfect. Okay. Even if the video is not that, I mean, if it is blurry or all, but still the audio should be good. So please let me know if the audio is breaking anytime during the session, so that I can switch off my cam at least and I can speak. Okay, fine. Yeah. So now I think Rasagna has already given a good introduction about me. So I would not go in detail, but a bit about myself. I have close to 15 years of experience in IT organizations, IT consulting primarily. And I have worked multiple roles: agile coach, program manager, project manager, scrum master, product owner. And basically, I come from a tech background, that is Java tech background. So I worked with almost 4 companies till now. So this is very brief about me. And now, before we start, I want to understand about you guys as well, the audience, so that we understand each other better. I can understand your concerns better. What are your expectations? So I'll be sharing a link in the chat. It's a kind of quiz, so I'll be sharing that link. First, quick check. Check if it is accessible or not to everyone. I have posted it in the chat itself. It is a Microsoft Forms. Okay. Yeah, I got one. Okay. Yeah. Everybody is able to access? Just give me a thumbs up or yes, no. For Rajesh Kumar, it says yes. Srikanth Reddy, I think it's no for you. Others able to access? Sai Prashant, it's asking to register. Okay. Others who are able to access? Nobody is able to access, or? Okay. Kailash is able to access?
Asking the Sky account, something like that. I'm putting my mail ID, but it's showing wrong something.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, then it's fine.
Padmini, I think MS Team should be in the system. So maybe we can take the answers from the chat.
Yeah, yeah, we can do that. We can do that. So I'll just share my screen then. Everybody able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Request everyone to mute yourself. Okay, so now the first question, what's your current role in your organization? You can post it in the chat. I'll just check the chat. Chat is coming very quick. Others, okay. Started with others, okay. Project manager, okay. Engineering manager, business analyst, okay. PMO, lead, okay. I understand it's a program manager, okay. Next, technical manager. Okay. Does it mean you're a tech lead when tech are kind of role? Srikanth Reddy, project lead, Pavan, okay. Srikanth says lead designs construction, okay. How many do we have? We have 53 participants, okay. That's a good number actually on Saturday. IT consultant, who was it? Ravikant, okay. Pre-sales, Deepak Kumar, okay. GM mining, retired, okay, this one, okay. Okay, well, diverse audience, yeah. So the next question is, of course, the experience level. I think somebody started mentioning that already. So what's your experience level? Srinivas Rao, he says he has 16, 13, 18, 20, 17, 10, somebody is 3. Good, Sai Prashant. If I have read your name correctly, the comments are coming really fast. Okay, Sai Prashant, right. Others are 17, 18, 20. Wow. 38. Oh my God. I'm afraid now. I'm quite young now, in front of you all, and I'm nervous and conscious now. Okay, so have you ever worked as a product or project manager in your career? Any time in your career? Yes, no, yes, yes. So what have you worked as? I mean, I want to understand, have you worked as a product manager or project manager or both, or you have never, or you don't understand this role itself? You can mention that as well. Project manager. Okay, some answers are project, product, and project. Okay, somebody has worked on both. Who is it? Prashant, I guess. Yeah. Madhavi, Scrum Master, Agile Coach. Okay, great. Project Coordinator, I take it as a PMO. Good answers. Somebody has written PM, J.V. Rao. What does PM mean? Is it a product manager or project manager? Yeah, project manager. Okay, great. The last question. What type of organizations have you worked? I've seen already people written that you're from mining, IT consultant, so on. But what kind of organizations have you worked? Product organizations, engineering organizations, IT consulting, or management consulting? Okay, manufacturing, IT services, manufacturing, telco, CRO. What does CRO mean? I'm sorry.
Clinical research organization.
Oh, okay. Telecom, engineering, manufacturing, construction. Nice. The mixture is good. Yeah, steel plants projects. Okay. Pharmaceuticals, coal production, SAP. Great. Really good. Yeah. Diverse audience. That really makes a very good audience, and I think a lot of good interactive sessions going to happen now during the session. Okay, so I'll not be monitoring the chat now, just for your information, until we go with the next interaction. The topic for today's discussion, as you know, is project management versus product management. And yeah, so now before we get into understanding what is a product, what is a project, and all those stuff, let us first understand what is a product. Let's start with that. So first, in this scenario, I will tell you a scenario. Okay, there are some items on the screen, but I'll tell you a scenario. Now you tell me what of these are products. Okay, so the scenario, first scenario is there's a lady. She's returning from office. She's going home, and she's like, she had a very hectic day, and she wants, she's actually hungry, and she wants to have something before just leaving to home. So on the way, she just stopped at a coffee shop, and she went there. She ordered for a cappuccino and some cookies because she was hungry, and then the person said you can scan the QR code and just pay it. She opened her mobile, and she opened the the payment app, and then she tried to scan it, and she got an error. And then she didn't have any other option. She didn't have her cards, and also she just took the cash, whatever she had, and she paid. Okay, so this is a scenario. So now tell me, what are the products here? I'm again looking back to the chat. What are the products? Yeah. I request the audience, if you're not speaking, please mute yourself. Lasagna, can you monitor the, yeah. Okay, somebody is saying, I think somebody said coffee shop. Okay. Biscuits, coffee, payment. What do you mean by payment? Anita, I guess. Sorry, Ankita. Yeah. Cookies, yes. Phone, yes. Mobile app. Okay. Scanner. Okay. Okay. That's good. UPI. Okay. Payment app. Coffee and biscuits. I think this is a common thing. Application. Rajneesh, what application are you talking of? Rachik, Tatavati, F&B. What is that? Food and beverages, you mean? Then. Okay, ability to make payment for the service, UPI or cash, Ankita. Okay. I'm talking of product here. So ability to make payment for the service is kind of, you're talking of a service. I'm talking of product. So I'm asking, what is a product here? ATM machine. Okay, okay, got it. The one which you can. Internet. Okay, I didn't think so much. Internet. Okay. Cash. Good. Yeah, I was expecting this answer from someone. 𝗣𝗿𝗺𝗏, thank you. Okay. Any other answers? I think the comments have stopped now. Okay. So you want me to reveal the answers right now, or shall we do it later after we discuss about product and you think over yourself? The consumer also is a product. Ravikant? You want the answers now? Yes, no? I can't see the chats coming. You want the answers right now? Okay. That's a good idea, it seems. What is a good idea, Kiran?
Yeah, if we can reveal ourselves once we understand what is the product, that would be a good idea. That's what I think.
Oh, okay. Then once we discuss the product slide, then we'll come back to this. Okay. So next scenario. Say there is a working professional, so he wants to go to office. Maybe he missed his office cab, or he does not have an office transport, so he booked his cab. Okay, he has opened his mobile. He booked some. He opened some cab service app, and then he booked his cab, and it says it's coming in the next 2 to 3 minutes. Then he started navigating different apps on his phone, social media apps or OTT, all those. He was checking his mails, SMS and all. And then once the cab came, he got seated comfortably, and then he opened one of his favorite OTT platform, and then he started streaming some web series or something, and he just watching that until he reaches his office. Maybe it's 1.5 hour. Okay, and so that's the scenario now. So what are the products here? I'm sorry if I miss any comments, because as you see, I hope you're able to see the Zoom screen as well. Sometimes the comments are coming very fast, sometimes it's very slow. So if I miss your comment, maybe you can type in again, or if you want to make yourself, you're comfortable speaking, you can unmute and speak as well. Okay. Office is a product. Anuj Singh, office is a product. Cab is a product. Okay. Mobile, cab, social media apps, generic products, mobile, GPS software. Oh my God, I didn't think so much when I actually prepared this scenario. Car, bag, okay. Okay. Apps, office, product as a service. Okay. 𝗣𝗿cie𝗱𝗂𝗰𝘁 Saxena, you are into tech background, product as a service. The answer was
Yes, I'm from telecom background.
I get it. Ajay says phone, yeah. All apps used by the person, Kiran. Okay. OTT apps, okay. Service provider, you mean the network provider, right? Like the mobile operator, I understand. Ankita streaming, okay. Yogesh application for cab navigation, okay. Ride app, entertainment app, yes. Almost everybody is saying the same thing. Good. Okay. Let me just check. Products as service. Okay, great. So almost everybody has the same kind of answer in the second scenario. The first scenario, at least we had some different answers. So let's see what's a product. So the product word, it initially, it starts back sometime very old. I think somewhere in 14th or 15th century, as I explored on Google. So it comes from the word, this producer, as it is pronounced. It's a Latin word. So what does this mean? It says that to bring something forward, or to evolve something. So that's the meaning of that producer word. Now, ages back, this was the meaning, but today, as it has evolved over the years, over the centuries, product has been constantly evolving, the word product. So if you see 10 years back, product was considered something like physical. Like you can touch something, then you call it as a product, or you can use something as, for any particular need, or say some requirement you have, and then you use some application in the sense like something, some instrument kind of thing, then you call it as a product. I mean, at least in my parents' generation, where everything was like, physical. So that's the era where we didn't have too much of digital things, right? The max we could have was having a antenna TV or a radio, where something is intangible. Apart from that, everything was like tangible. All were the tangible products. But right now, I think we are in the digital era where everything is intangible, right? Everything is in fact intangible. Like most of you said, the apps what we are using, you have that app on your mobile, but you actually cannot touch that app, right? It's a service which you are providing. So now the definition of the word product has evolved from our previous generations or previous ages. So as you can see on the screen, the product, it's an object, it's a system, or a service, right? It's that's the current definition of the product in today's digital era. And then the second thing is, a product is something which is created over a certain period of time, or using some steps or some process. And I'm not talking just of IT field, but there are people here from different fields. Like somebody said they were from steel plants, somebody said they're from mining. So you understand, you can relate from your experiences in your past, from your work area, that you put some effort and then you get something, you obtain something out of it, right? Like I put a lot of effort, I prepared the slides, and now you can see a presentation. Now this presentation is a product of all the effort which I put in putting the individual slides and writing the text and all that. So anything, a product is a result of some actions or some process, right? And always a product is long term. Now understand, these days we do have short term products as well, but generally products are for long term, say like maybe a quarter, maybe 6 months, or more than that. And as I said previously, it was tangible in the previous generations, but now we have products intangible as well, like what we have just seen, the apps, especially the digital products, right? And the most important thing of any product is user needs. If there is no need, if a user or somebody is not facing a challenge and you're not addressing that challenge, then there's no need for an app, right? That means that the very basis of a product, the need for a product, is your user. So always a product is user-centric, right? So the one, I think it was J.V. Rao who said that cash is a product. I was actually expecting his answer. So cash is also a product, because in previous days, say in our parents' generation, where they didn't have this payment apps, or at the max they had a barter system where you give something and then you take something in return. But again, you never knew that they were of equal importance. Sorry for that. They were of equal importance. So here the product is user-centric. So it's very, very important that it solves certain problem or certain needs of your customer. Now we are in the digital era, as I said, so things have changed a lot. So your payment apps or anything which is intangible, even like your apps, mobile apps, or any systems which you talk of, like your UPI or your payment systems, everything is considered as a product. But now there's a question. How do you consider this UPI or this payment apps or online shopping apps as a product? A question to all of you. How do you think it is actually a product? I mean, with this, we discussing all these things, how do you think the cab riding app or OTT app, how do you think it's actually a product? Okay. What I understand, Suresh, you're saying is like you brand it, and then you can say that it's a product. What if I don't brand it? We do have open source also, right? So do you say that open source systems are not products?
No. What I mean to say is, if I don't brand, it is a generic product. Means paste is a generic product. If I say only paste, if I say it is Colgate, then I'm branding it. Okay. Egg is a product. It's a generic product. If I do marketing without referring a particular product, it is called generic marketing. If I say you buy Colgate, then it is a specific Colgate marketing. National Egg Coordination Committee, National Egg Coordination Committee promotes egg consumption. They won't say any brand, but they say consume egg. Okay. If I promote Venky's egg, then it is branded.
Okay.
I'm a specialist in marketing management, Padmini.
I got it. I got it. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. So you're talking with respect to marketing perspective. That's right. I would not deny that. Okay, Rajnish is saying because I can use it. Okay. IMS app for, I missed something. Karthik, you said IMS app for omnichannel. Can you tell me what is that IMS app? They're meeting our needs. Yes. Sai Prashant. Yes, they're meeting our needs. Yes. Okay. Okay. So most of them say the same thing, that they are solving our needs. So that's why we are considering them as a product. So the same thing I feel. But today you can see, like you Google it, different types of products, like what just I think it was Suresh, right? So he said that there's a brand, there's a product, right? So you put a label to it, on like a company's label, or you create a separate kind of vertical, then you call it as a brand and you can market it. So that is a different, I mean, it's kind of deep dive into the product thing. But if it is solving your user needs, then you call it as a product. As I said, it has evolved a lot. The product word, the product concept has evolved a lot in the last few, centuries, years. And today, in general, there are different types of apps. That is B2C, that is business to, B2B, business to business, B2C, business to customer or consumer, in fact. And then you have some of the applications today are like direct to consumer, where it just skips all your CRM process or the supply chain process, and it's directly coming from the business to your end user. That is one thing. And then you have your platforms. Like most of you were saying, it's like product as a service. It's actually platform as a service. What is the platform? It's a kind of system, like the UPI payment, right? UPI is a generic open source kind of technology or a system which has been generated, but now everybody uses it. Like most of the banking systems, or they have their own apps, banking apps, and then they use this feature in them, and you can use for the payment. So it's a kind of open source technology, but now everybody is using it, and it has become like a product for us, right? So that is one thing. And yeah, let me check the responses. Okay, so yeah, so a product should always be able to satisfy some of your needs, and that is the reason whether this UPI or OTT is a product. Now, OTT also, some might get the question that OTT is not a product, or the movie or the web series which we are watching actually is a product. Yes, that's true, because OTT is a platform on which the content is streamed. Like you have a live streaming of your cricket match, or you have some web series already hosted on your OTT platform, or a movies. So all these are products, right? And but this OGT platform itself, it's a system. As I said, it's a technology on which you're hosting all these things. So that itself is again a product. Okay. So now, before we understand what is a project, now we want to understand the difference between a product and a project. But before that, let's try to understand a product life cycle, because when we understand this life cycle, then we can understand how we can fit in a project within this life cycle. Now, most of you, since you're already so experienced, you might have worked with a number of products. So I think you might have already seen that any product which comes into existence, it takes a lot of effort, right? Like initially you do some discovery process. Let me on the laser pointer. Yeah. So in the starting to the left side, you see there is a development stage where there's a lot of discovery happening. You try to understand consumer needs some process on, product or not. They have some challenges. You do some discovery phase, you do some market research, and then you decide that, yes, this is some pain area of few of the customers or the market segment, and maybe we have to address this, and you build some product. And then building in sense like you first generate a prototype, then you start building that, and then you try to launch it into your market segment, in fact. And then people start using it. They may like it, they may not like it. So based on that, you try to fit into the market. So if people don't like few of the features, then you try to alter it, like what they like. You take the feedback, right? Introspect, retrospect, then implement better features and make it better. And then you slowly start growing. At this point, either you make it or you break it, meaning like you make it into the market, you establish yourself, or you just break it, like nobody accepts you and you come out of the market, right? There are products like that, which we know in the past. So now once you make it, then you just keep growing, and then you fight against your competitors. There are a lot of upcoming products as well, different competitors. And then at some point of time, you are you take the monopoly, or you have the market, largest market share in the market, and you stand here. But after that, what? Like there are competitors coming in. So if you don't do innovation, you don't use new methods or new technologies, right? Like how post-pandemic, everybody was going remote, virtual working. So all the companies had to do. Now everybody is again coming back to hybrid mode, right? So in the same way, like if you have to survive in the market, you have to beat your competitors, stand in the competition. So you have to see the trends also. So if you can't use that innovation and you can't, keep adapting to that change, then you may fall and your products may have to move out of the market, right? The sales will decline, and then you have to take the product out, which is called the retirement phase. Now, sometimes you actually see that there is some drastic technology which can help you out. You can innovate your products. Then you, at this point, which is called the life cycle extension, you decide that let's add some more features, or let's completely change the product, or do something like a kind of miracle. And then you extend your product's timeline, right? So this is in brief the product life cycle, and this is proposed by 𝗏𝗏𝗺𝗀. He is a very famous product coach. So he says that there are 5 different phases, as what you can see on the screen. Now there are other product coaches, product evangelists, who say that there are 7 phases and all, but this is a very simple one, so I picked this for you for better understanding. Now let's talk of project. Now we have seen that product is mostly user-centric, right? But a project is client-centric, meaning like when you want to do a product, right? You do a set of activities, you follow a certain process, and then the end product is what you call it as a product. Now all these tasks or services, what you do, that is actually the project. So project is always like you have a goal, you have, or in fact, I would say you have a purpose, you have an objective which you have to meet. And based on that, you keep some goals, and you keep attaining that goals, and finally, out of this entire project, you get some outcome, which is called the product. Now, this project is time bound, meaning like it can't be forever. Now, your product might be like, as you saw in the previous slide, it can be for certain period of time, but it's a long term, as I said, meaning the long term can be 1 month, 2 months, or it can be 5 years, 10 years, right? We have seen products which have existed so long, like somebody was mentioning about Colgate. Colgate was there, I think, from my parents' childhood, frankly speaking, and I have been using it from my childhood days. It's still there, but we have different variants now of Colgate, right? We have with neem, with salt, with some peppermint, different flavors, but still the original, the basic Colgate brand still exists, right? So it's a long-term product. Now, the process which is happening, like the activities which are being taken care for generating this product, is what we call as the project. So a project is always, short-term, and it will result in your tangible outputs. And this output is nothing but your products or the services or your the platforms which we just talked of, like the OTT or the UPI platforms. So every project is unique and it has a different value stream. Like every product is unique. Like somebody was saying about brand, right? Like, so Colgate is a brand, but again, in Colgate, you have different kind of SKUs or verticals, which we call. It is like Colgate, it's a normal paste. Colgate, you have peppermint. Colgate, you have active salt, I guess. So different, right? So each of these is again a brand in itself, right? So a project has a specific value stream. Value stream is nothing but the way the set of activities happen. So a project has a unique value stream. Similarly, a product also has a unique brand, and each product requires a unique value stream to be generated, right? And as I was saying, that project output is product, but that does not mean that a product is generated by only one project, meaning like you can have multiple projects resulting in one single product. So that we will see how we are doing in the next slide. So before that, please understand that when I say a project is a set of activities or it's a kind of process or task, it doesn't mean that they have to be sequential. It can be iterative and incremental as well. So the ways of working depends on the product type, the technology, what you're using, the domain, in fact, what you're working for. So people who are from different domains here, you understand this, like it's not always sequential, right? Sometimes you do parallel projects together and then the outcome is merged and you have a product. So projects can be executed in many ways, which we can call it as predictive, adaptive, and hybrid. Now, predictive, all these terms are by PMI. It's a what do you say, the branded terminology of PMI, which we use. But predictive is something very equivalent to your waterfall model. In the IT industry, we call it as waterfall model. Then we have adaptive, which is the agile ways of working. Then hybrid ways of working is nothing but your waterfall plus your agile together. So coming to here, so I'll just take this slide and an example, and then we'll pause for questions. So let's take a simple product. Okay, let's take a product and say, let's take paste itself. Okay, now to the left, we see that we need a new paste, for example. Then we start doing kind of discovery process. We try to do a market research, understand why people need a new paste. There are so many, toothpaste currently in the market. So why do I need a new paste? So I do that market research, I survey, I interact with different people, and I get some insights. And based on that, I create a paste, I introduce into the market, and the process, the life cycle of the product, whatever I just mentioned, follows. Now, how do I achieve this internally within my organization? Okay, so for that, let's see what happens. Now, initially, my organization will start working on a project, development project. So towards the left, you can see the legend. I know it's very small, so let me read out. The black one is your development project. The left, the red one is your support or maintenance operations, and any kind of innovation which I'm doing, that's your blue one. So if you see in the initial phases, where that is the development phase, the incubation phase, it's totally on the development projects happen. And then as I introduce into the market, customers start using it, people come and say that this is not working or this is not good, I want something. So I need an operations team or a maintenance team to sit and work along with the consumers to understand things better, to fix the defects or bugs which are not there. This can happen even in a software product or a hardware product or in general products. And then I also want to innovate. I'll slowly start innovating, because if I have to meet that product market fit, I have to exist in the market, survive against my competitors, I have to start innovating. So slowly, I'll start innovating. Now, again, how and why we are doing this depends upon the organization. Some organizations may not have the budget to start innovating right at this phase, so they may not do it. But I'm just telling you in a generic or a general way how this happens. Now, the reason you see that I have put this development project separately, very small ones, is when you start introducing into your market, you slowly know, like maintenance is a continuous activity, operations support, but your development, you start, realizing that something is needed, and you slowly keep doing things. And you might do some certain kind of development activity, and then you realize that if you release it to production, people start using it, and then you get feedback, and then again you may start one more project with some different features. So it's not like it's a continuous kind of activity. Now, parallelly, when you have innovation happening, then the innovation team or the R&D team keeps giving you inputs to this development team, saying that this is what works. And if they do a kind of POC or proof of concept, what we call, so they can give you the inputs here, and you can include it in your development activity. So now this way it keeps on continuing until your decline phase, where in decline phase, because you are ready to move the product out of your market, so you don't do any new developments or you don't do any innovation. Now you see across the life cycle, the color changes are different, meaning like in introduction phase, growth phase, maturity phase, based on how the needs come in from the user and based on your organization's budget, need to survive in the market, you keep introducing new features. Support operations is always consistent until you move out of the market. Whereas innovation, again, this is indicative only, as you can see. It depends upon your organization's budget, as well as how the trends are happening in the market. Like with the pandemic, if we understood that the applications had to be on cloud, so everybody had mandatorily pushed their applications to the cloud, right? So sometimes it is the ecosystem also which plays a major role in innovations, not just the existing, not just the organization needs, but there is a push from the external factors as well. So this is the general process. Now, taking an example, how it happens is in an organization, let's say this is an eShoppy. Okay, this is I've just put some name. Say this is online shopping brand, or I will not say brand, it's an organization, let's say that. So this eShoppy is a kind of app, mobile app, which is already there on Google Play Store, for example, and you download it and you see that there are 3 different kind of services what they offer. They sell furniture, they sell fashion, accessories, or clothing. They sell electronics as well. So each of their products, the offerings are in different market shares, meaning like The furniture currently, it's just here in the introduction phase, while your fashion axes are in the growth phase and your electronics are in the maturity phase. So based on that, you see the way they are, working on the development activities, their operations, and their innovation. Now, they want to introduce a grocery services as well, home delivery of grocery. So they have started a new one. And now they're working on the development part of it. And they're also trying to do some innovation internally within the organization to understand how the competitors are doing on this particular thing. If they could use those things, do some market research and then provide those inputs to the development. So this is parallelly happening. Now, if we always hear people saying that we have to move from project-centric to product-centric, right? But do you think it is actually needed? I mean, if we don't work in a project, we directly work as a product, do you see that there is an issue with this scenario? You see that this entire thing is a product, but there are two different lines or service lines offerings, 1, 2, 3. These three are in one, and this is the new one which is coming up. So do you see there is an issue if I move from project to product? I'm reading the chat. Testing phase is missing. Okay. I think this was some time back. Okay, yeah. Sarita says, yes, it's not about the product, it's the way we sell it. Okay, okay. Responses. You didn't get the question, or build your USP. Okay. MVP plus adaptive way of developing product works best. Yeah, true. Okay. Karthik, I'll do that. Chaz, I'll do that. Yeah. This is not a project, Pavan. I did not get your point. Resistance to change, cultural adjustments, and the need for new skills. Okay. I think maybe the question, you haven't got my question. What I was asking is, like, say there are different projects, right? We have different projects. As I said, like, now take this particular, what you say, I'm introducing a new kind of service. Now you're calling it as an app, right? We call this eShopping thing as an app, and they already are into different services, right? Now I'm putting a new service, and for this new service, I have a different kind of project. Now this project, I am working on this development of this, as well as I'm doing some R&D kind of thing, that is the innovation. Now, my question to you is, how should we work in this entire, operating model? Generally, it is said that we have to shift from project-centric to product-centric. So how do you think that we can fit in this one? Now, here we were talking of, say there is a product which goes across the different phases of this life cycle. So we are also having the projects here based on that. Like, it can be development project, it can be innovation, it can be operation support project, right? So I'm asking the same thing. Now a product or an app actually has different service lines, and I'm introducing a new service line. And how do you think we can have a product-centric thinking? And do you think we have to shift it from project-centric to product-centric? Okay, no responses. Okay, so let me explain it. So when we have different service lines, you see that this entire thing is being considered as one product. And when you introduce a new service line, that is also considered as a different product. Now you see there are apps where you have the grocery deliveries separately and there are food deliveries separately, right? But you may have, the APIs or the functionalities or dependencies across your apps internally, right? So when a certain member of one project, say this Insta grocery team, right? This particular project team member is working here. So if they start thinking only in this term, saying that this is my goal, or I have to just release this Insta grocery app here into the production part and I am done with it, then this is called as project centric. But when you start thinking beyond it, meaning that I have a dependency on this Insta grocery, or I have you call it like a dependency across the other service lines. Now, because these three are currently grouped together as one service line, so you may have dependencies across. So each one of this, product offering, or in fact service offering, they have a dependency across each other. They have to understand the dependencies and think in the overall perspective, meaning like at the product level, that is at the payment, sorry, at the shopping cart or the shopping app level, rather than just thinking on this particular service level. So when I say project centric, it would be like you'll be thinking only on this particular block. But when you say product centric, you will think at the entire product life cycle, entire level. So that is how you have to think of this. Okay, quick time check. I think we are 11:28. Yeah. So Ajay, can I take 5 more minutes?
Yes, quickly,
Yes.
Padmini, you can go into the case study and Q&A for another 5 minutes.
Yeah. So now I'll just summarize this, and then I'll take that question also, Karthik, the chasm thing. I'll come back. Quickly, I'll go through this. So whatever we have discussed till now, this is just a summary. So I'll quickly run through it. But anyhow, this doc will be shared to all of you after this session, so you can go through it. So here we are trying to understand what we currently know about project management versus product management, and also the unknowns. Okay, so till now, whatever I have discussed and whatever you guys have told me during the chat, everything will be there in the knowns, right? Mostly like what is the life cycle of a product management or project management, like it's end to end of the product or end to end of the project, as you see. And we talked about focusing on project or product, the scopes, how it evolves, right? And then whether it's short term, long term, and we talked of the value streams. Then the very important concept here, I think everybody will be interested here, is that the accountability part, or the RACI matrix, which is established in most of the organizations. For project management, it is mostly a project manager or the PMO. But the unknown part is we also have Scrum Master. These Scrum Masters are also acting as project managers. In fact, you have change control boards. Also, like you have to implement a project management request or a change request in your project. Then you have to, first get it approved by this board and then go further. So that's why this is also very important, this role. And then for the product management, these days they are having a committee kind of thing. More than 2 or 3 people are sitting in the product management, and then they discuss with the business owners, and then they approve what features should be prioritized and taken. Ideally, it should be one product manager or one product owner, but there's a committee these days. And sometimes business owners also act as product owners or product managers. So this is the unknown fact. Some organizations do, some organizations don't. So the unknown facts, what you have here, are practically being used in industries, and what I have seen with my engagements previously. And ecosystem, as you see in project management, mostly it is internal. You are not bothered by what's happening in the market or outside. A product manager or the product management is more focused on the market research, trying to get the requirements and all. And then once they finalize that this is a feature, they give it to the particular project manager or the project team, and they ask to implement it. So project management is always internal focused, and sometimes it is vendors. Vendors are included. I mean, it's not always that the client or the organization who's actually doing that product is implementing it. You outsource it to a vendor, and the vendor implements it. So the ecosystem is within that, right? It's an internal ecosystem. But when you come to product management, it's includes the competitors, it includes external factors as well, right? And then you can see that cost management, cost factors are included in both areas. Quality also is considered in both areas. But marketing, like some of you said, that product management includes marketing, promotions, pricing factors and all. But in project management, it is not there. Okay, and then in resource handling, project management is mostly interested in capacity management, how your team members are doing, team dynamics, and all those stuff. But in product management, the focus is mostly on the product. You, as I said, you can outsource the project. I mean, the implementation part of the product, you outsource it to the other vendors if required, and you just focus on getting the product. Now, risk management is taken care in both the areas. Metrics or the KPIs, again, is taken care in both the areas. But again, the unknown facts are like how it happens. Like the metrics vary differently. Like in project, it is mostly on the schedule adherence part, whether we are meeting the SLAs and all those stuff. And it's more on the business value. And because you have to report to the client, right? But in product management, it is like whether the sales are happening or not, how is the product being used, can I continue this product across in the market, or should I take it back, and so on. So this is something, the known and unknown facts. So, okay, I think there was one question, the chasm thing. Let me go back to the screen. So chasm is nothing but when you introduce it into the market, the people have a tendency to go with the existing products. They always think that this is a new product, why should I use it? So if a new toothpaste comes in, I first think that how better is this when compared to Colgate or some other product, because I've been using Colgate for a long time. So that that friction which is there, that thing is called chasm. And the new product which is coming in, it has to put a lot of effort to impress the new target segment. Like it has a particular target segment, say like it is targeting only kids, for example. Now you put all your efforts in building those features which attract the kids. It can be adding a different color or making it very sweet or something like that, and so that you impress them in such a way that they shift from the existing product to the new product. So that is the period where the product is being accepted, not accepted, and all those. That's called chasm. And then once that is overcome, then it is like your product is fit into the market. That's called product market fit. Karthik, I hope I have answered your question. Yes. Any other questions? Quickly, we'll take for 5 minutes. Any other questions? Maybe the case study which I have explained you, you might not have got it in a correct way. So in case you have further queries on that, you can reach out to me through my LinkedIn or through the mail ID. I'll just post it here as well. Okay, what are the skills required to become a product manager? I think I intentionally missed that part in the table because it's there in the references. In the deck, I have added a reference on further reading slides. So it is there in that, you can go through it. So for product manager, as I said, and again for product manager, there are different segments these days. You have a product marketing manager, you have a product manager, business kind of manager. So it depends upon what you want to be. If you are a marketing manager, I think it was Suresh, right? So like how Suresh spoke, it's about promotions, it's about marketing, it's about pricing. You need to have all those things, maybe some finance aspects. If you're talking of purely product management on certain products, then you need to have the domain expertise. Like if you're working on OTT platforms, you need to understand how OTTs work, what is their different technologies used, how it's developed and all that. If you're working on a payment, then maybe banking, finance, and all those stuff. Okay, product suite, just like Microsoft suite of work. Okay, I think I missed a lot of comments in the middle. Sorry about that. Okay. Yes, Vinay. That's an important announcement. Please wait. Vinay is waiting for all of you. So please wait. Then okay. Any questions? I can't see further in the chat, but any questions?
Somebody is saying it's requesting email ID to add to your LinkedIn, Padmini. Will you be able to share that email ID or is it not required?
Can you share the last slide, Padmini?
Yeah. I'll do that. Yes.
And maybe questions we can take offline as we are already.
Yeah. So you can check this. You can write to me in case you want to discuss about this topic further or any other topic about Agile or project management. You can reach out to me on this mail, and you can follow me on LinkedIn as well. And then these are some of the references which I have kept it for your further reading. And some of them also include like how to become a product manager or project manager. What are the differences? And it also has a very good understanding, like in a scaled product model, how things work. The slide which I was trying to show you, the case study part. So in case you don't understand or you want to know about it further, then you can reach out to me on my mail. I can help you with that. Yeah. So thank you so much. Over to you, Rasagna. I think yes.
Sorry. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Padmini. That's a great insightful session on product versus product management. So we explored key difference of intersection between the roles and learn how both are crucial in delivering outcomes and all. Thank you for that. So, and also like, thank you so much for the insightful and thoughtful provoking session. So it's truly pleasure to learn from you. A small token of appreciation from PMIPCC Hyderabad chapter. They are given 5 trees in Sundarban National Park in West Bengal, India, in partnership with 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗃. So thank you so much. And so PDU announcements for all attendees, you will be receiving PDUs within a week, provided your PMI ID correctly. If you would not receive a PDUs within a week, please write an email to events@pmipcc.org. And also you'll get the deck that Padmini has been shared with you via email. And so before we close off, we are honored to have Mr. Vinay Babu, General Secretary of PMIPCC Hyderabad chapter. He'll be sharing important announcements with us. Like, over to you, Vinay.
Thank you, Rasagna. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, loud and
Yes.
clear.
Very good morning, and thank you very much, Nagapadmini, for taking a wonderful session on Saturday morning. And in the market, it is, as you know, we all Agile coaches know, right? It is a trending subject, product versus project, project versus product, whatnot. But it's a very useful session. I think many of I see the great participation by the team in the chat, and you made it a little bit very interactive. Kudos to you. Thank you very much. Okay, as a part of announcement, right? So, how many of you are there for our network meeting a few weeks back in 𝗍𝗏? So we announced. So I can see both screen sharings. Can you see my screen? Who is sharing the screen?
Yeah.
Can you
We can able
stop?
to see your screen.
Okay. Now you can
Yeah.
see exclusively my screen, right?
Yeah, we can see.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So yeah, so we now Project Management South Asia Conference 2025. As we announced in our network meeting, which will be hosted by us. Okay, and let me show some videos. So in 2019, we have that the last edition. Okay, hosted by chapter. And last year we hosted our annual flagship conference, 𝗖𝗄𝗃𝗃. And this year, again, we will be hosting the national conference. I will be showing the couple of videos of that. And last 2024, it was happened in Delhi. In Delhi, we have got this baton to host this year Project Management South Asia Conference 2025. Okay, I will show you the quick glimpses of that event. Let me stop sharing and share the sound as well. Share the sound. So as you see in the video, we had our ex-Vice President, Mr. 𝗍𝗃 Naidu, as our chief guest in 2019. And it was a huge success. And we were very proud in the region, in our region, to take that conference to that next level. So I'll quickly show the last year conference which happened in the Delhi. Okay. So that what could be the grandeur and the scale level this year in Hyderabad, you will get a bit of glimpse about that.
Good morning, everyone. I am excited to learn from you over the coming 2 days. One of the things that I've learned in my year, just a bit over the year at PMI though, is the strength of our community and the strengths of PMI and the project management profession.
Resolution increased. So one important skill we need to develop wherever we are on the hierarchy is the ability to discern, resolve.
As part of the career-long learning that was shown in PMI Next, there is further learning that can be done here. So we have a senior construction professional course as well, which covers materials, performance and materials management. It covers technology and innovation and construction execution planning.
That's the reason we undertake projects, is to meet and address stakeholder needs at a fundamental level. And so I encourage all of you to use those power skills of collaboration, communication, and engagement to really deeply understand who your stakeholders are, what they need, and translate that into value that's meaningful to them.
कोई चीज को एक लेवल तक लाने के लिए, सफलता के शिखर तक पहुंचाने के लिए आपको उस चीज के साथ जीना पड़ता है और अपनी अंतिम ताकत झोंकनी पड़ती है.
I would want to thank to each and every one of you present here today. A special thank you to our North India chapter leadership, Jay Kumar and rest of the team for pulling up this amazing show.
So that was about the last year event, okay? And this year it will be happening right in Hyderabad, hosted by PMIPCC Hyderabad chapter along with PMI. And to save the date, it is on September 13th. It's a one-day conference. It begins at 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., including post-event. We have a dinner, networking dinner as well, okay? So the venue is Ananya Conventions. It's been confirmed, and the background work is already going on. Marketing team and every other teams are involved, and venue is confirmed. It's Anvaya Conventions in Financial District. Okay, and these are the important timeline. With the interest of time, I would like to skip here, but the crux is we are in a stage where we have finalized the theme, and also we are taking up the early bird registrations. And why to attend? You might have seen, you observed in that video, right? You will be connecting with different leaders, and it's a power-packed event with the breakouts and with subject matter experts, various industries. And this time we are aiming for. Last time it was around 700 participants across the region. Our region includes India, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. So we will be getting few folks from Bangladesh and Sri Lanka as well. And also we have a great line of speakers, already some speakers confirmed, and it is our privilege and very excited to have our PMI president 𝗍𝗿𝗺𝗻 as a one of the speaker, and also we have managing director. Recently we have acquired PMI acquired Agile Alliance, and MD of Agile Alliance, 𝗍𝗿ecie Foster, she's also coming to Hyderabad in person. And we have PMO Global Alliance Managing Director American Pinto, who is also coming, and then Chief Growth Officer of PMI, Johannesson. So he's also speaker. So these are the various opportunities to meet them here from the global leaders, not only the Indian leaders, but also the global leaders. And so for the registration, right, the early bird of price we have not yet opened. It is the 5,999, and normal price is 6,999. But for those who are registered, in the next meeting today also, if you registered, you will get a 1,500 worth of
last feed
goodie. Okay, you can scan the QR code and get yourself registered. The reason to get registered is we have limited seat of early bird. Okay, try to utilize those early bird offer and try to get registered. And for those who have registered, you can send the scan, the registration screenshot to me. And there are two options to collect this goodie. One is you in the next meeting, possibly at May 23rd, you can collect in person, or else we will try to give try to hand over to your phone, like how we are already doing. Okay. Yeah. So these are the just still we are working on the agenda, and also the what are the unique elements. Everything is almost finalized. In phase wise, we will be announcing the speakers officially, and also the what are the USP for the conference, not only in Hyderabad, in and around Hyderabad, across the country, Chennai, Bangalore, Delhi, from many places. The delegates will be coming, and we are targeting around 1,000 people. So let's see, and have a great opportunity to meet them, and have talk to them. And so right from the morning to evening, you have two breaks and one networking dinner and networking lunch. So these are the networking opportunities, and overall you will be getting 6 to 7 PDUs if you attend as a conference. That PDUs can be utilized for your PMP certificate renewal and all. Okay. And any questions, please do reach out to me. And as I said, scan this QR code, and we have very limited seats. Across the region, I want Hyderabadis to utilize this option. Okay, that is the main intent here. There is a small what you call benefit. I would like to PMIPCC members to utilize this one. Okay, I'll put this QR code in chat also. Okay, and any what you call queries, please do reach out to me, and I will more than happy to help you. And Manohar is our conference director. Sorry, it's conference chair. My apologies. And I'm working as a conference director along with, and board, entire board is holding the responsibility of handling different tracks and all. Yeah. That's it. And hope you have scanned this QR code, or if not, I'll also put that what you call link in the chat. I'm not able to post this image, but I can definitely put a link in the chat. Okay. Thank you. Over to you, Rashna.
Vinay? Oh.
Yeah, yes, Padmini.
Yeah. Can you share the link of the event as well? I mean, I have scanned that. It's going to that Mera events thing, where that registration is there. But if you have the agenda or the speakers who are coming in.
So agenda and all, it is what you call, as I said, we'll be publishing website pretty soon. So it is with PMI team, we are working, the central PMI team, we are working on it. And as soon as the agenda is finalized, we will, so there is a website, PMIPCC 25 website will be there. I will share that. It is in progress. So once we finalize everything, now that its venue is what you call confirmed, we will publish the website also pretty soon. As soon as it is ready, I will share.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vinay. Thank you for the quick announcement and giving the opportunity for our team, Hyderabad team, to as an early bird and all. So going forward, yeah. So we would like to hear your thoughts. Your feedback helps us in improving and bring more valuable sessions. Please take a moment and scan the QR code on the slide and share your feedback. It's take less than a minute.
Meanwhile, also I request everyone to on their videos and for a quick group pic.
I think the conference is not online. I just saw.
Yeah, it's completely in person, Padmini. It is completely in person conference. Yeah.
Somebody was asking, I think Mohammed Majid Ali. Yeah, he was asking if we have online. So
Okay. Yeah. Yes, Mohammed, it is completely in person event. Yeah. Thank you, Padmini.
So to stay updated with our upcoming events and our community activities, connect with our social media. You can scan the QR code on the slide. You can find all our social media handles here. And as today's session will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, so feel free to revisit it and share with your network and make some make sure you subscribe and stay connected with that. And with that, thank you all once again for joining us today. We had a valuable and energizing Saturday morning with us. Until next time, stay safe and all. So can we all please on the camera so we can have a quick screenshot, a quick virtual screenshot kind of thing, virtual group photo.
Saturday morning, and you're asking everybody to come on cam.
Yeah, I know it's a bit.
Yeah. Thank you all. It's done. Nice group pic.
Thank you, Saujanya. Thank you, team. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. Nice weekend.
Thank
Bye.
you so
See
much. Yeah.
Well,
Bye.
thank
Have a nice weekend.
Thank you all. Bye.
Hope you can leave the last screen open, this thing, yeah? They can subscribe our social media.
Yeah, sure. Right.